Hi gardeners. Today we're going to talk about what we have done to winter over and what you can do in future winters, cold climes, to make sure that you have vegetable production all year long. This is an agri-grow fleece that we have kept over our vegetables here in bed number 5, and underneath you can see these are the romaine lettuce that are really beginning to have stout heads. A little bit of extra sunshine, even though it's freezing almost every night now, still means that we're getting some good growth. If you look close, you'll see the yellow leaves on the outside. We can just trim those away. The hearts are looking very nice. I'm keeping them underneath the fleece so that you can see how much you can actually see through it. And that means 70 to 80% of the sun is getting through as well. Now I've just moved the fleece back and cleared this area here where you can see I have 6 Swiss chard that have overwintered. Now Swiss chard doesn't care too much about light frost, and that's all we're going to get from now on. So I've removed the fleece from them and cleared out a lot of the weed growth that's come around them. So as you can see, most of these are ruby chard. Over here, got a nice orange one going. These are the Bok Choy. We've let them go to seed, not because we think they will seed. If they do, great, and we'll get some around here. But really, we just wanted to provide pollinators with the clue that they can come to our garden and they'll be welcome anytime. This will provide nice food for the early pollinators that we want to really get our garden going. And this is, the first week of March here, March 7th. And there, a bee just landed. You can see a bee is messing around there, if you see him. Well done, Sir Bee. Or Lady Bee, sorry. So you can see the plan is working. There you are. Just go to town. So we've got our pollinators attracted here. Yes, bed 6 is a mess. We know it is. We'll clean it up. Today I've already cleaned up bed 3. Sure doesn't look it, but we had a lot of green manure growing there, and so we've just cut those down and those will rot. So that could very well be one of the places where we're going to plant our potatoes very early. King of overwintering is garlic. As you can see, they're about, 12-15 centimeters, 6-7 inches long now. Beautiful. 70 heads. And another thing that overwinters very well here in coastal Virginia, rutabagas. Try to get close here. There is the rutabaga forming. Out of the way, you can see it right there. And another one. Oh, he's growing very nicely. Here you can see that one. Right in here. Others, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rutabagas that have managed to overwinter. These are the Japanese onions. These are a bunching onion. We did not have as good a germination this year as we did last year, but we still have 20 plus in a couple of rows right there. The first row has been overwintered all outdoors. The second row I've had indoors for almost 2 months, and I've just planted out. So we will have some good onions there. Now, for the beds, this is the new bed 7, and this is where we're going to plant our potatoes. We have Yukon Gold and Pontiac Red that are chitting right now. This will be another bed. I think the Pontiac Reds will go here, and then up in number 3 I'll have another set of Yukons, where I can go Yukon, Yukon, Pontiac Red. And now let's go take a look at what's happened in the cold frame. Last week we harvested 7 ounces of spinach, and wouldn't you know, it doesn't even look like we've harvested anything. Avon Spinach, massive growth. We've been very happy with this variety called Avon. Grown well even in the winter. And you can see we still have about 4 heads of regrowth of romaine, and these are lighter than the regular. These are still pretty leaves. I think they're going to be very delicate, and we'll look forward to when we can harvest those. So, a lot going on in the garden. About half of it has something going. And in 2 weeks, we're going to be planting the potatoes. And very briefly, I will just show you how we get them ready. That is, by the way, cabbage here that I'm going to be setting out. This is a gamble. Cabbage around here is hit or miss in the spring. If we get a warm May, then we'll have stunted head growth. But if we get any sort of break on the temperature, we might have some good cabbages there, and those will be planted out next week. Here are the Pontiac Reds, and here are our Yukon Golds. And as you can see, we're getting chits in almost every... We have chits in every potato growing right there. There's the chit coming out of the eye. As you can see, we've got 7 or 8 places here, so we can cut this into 2 or 3 very fine pieces. Now this larger one, which is a Yukon Gold, you can see we've got, goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chits coming out of this eye cluster here, and then singles elsewhere. So we'll probably cut this one straight down, right on this axis here, to try to get 1 or 2 of those going. That's going to be a massive piece right there. So, really good. And we have another 5-pound bag of Yukon Gold seed potatoes. These were selected individually in a local nursery, puts them out in a basket, and you get to pick the individual potatoes. This is packaged by Southern States, so we've got a lot of good potatoes coming here. 10 pounds of Yukon Gold, and right now 3 pounds of Pontiac Red, and I feel like going to pick up some more. So a lot of things going for us here, folks, and I really hope you enjoy it. So get out there, enjoy gardening, and grow your own food. Thank you.